Hiya, welcome to this channel. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and a lot of people probably know somebody that has a mental health problem. 1 in 5 people will experience a mental health problem at some point in their life. So think of your group of friends, and probably one of you will experience a mental health problem at some point, and it is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. There is so much help and support out there for everybody. Me, Dani, I am one person who has experienced mental health problems. I have experienced disordered eating, self-harm, depression and suicide. My experiences is kind of like the question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I have no idea what order my things happened. All I know is at one point in my life they got out of control and that I needed help. I think for the purpose of this video I will talk about mental health in general terms and just talk about my experiences of what happened to me and my recovery. All my problems kind of kicked off whenever I was quite young and experiencing domestic violence. I was about 4, and I knew what was happening at home wasn't normal, but I also knew that I had to keep it a secret and that I couldn't tell anybody. When I was about 8, I did try to tell my uncle, but I just got called a liar and that nobody would believe me, and that just made things worse at home. So then from about this point I started to inflict pain on myself, but not as a purpose of coping. It was kind of just all I knew. And it's around this time, my earliest memory is of food being a problem. I was about 6, 7 and I was hiding in the cupboard and I was just eating everything in that cupboard. And another thing would be whenever we were eating dinner, I took a chip off my mum's plate and my mum and dad went crazy with me, so I kind of knew that their behaviour towards my eating had to be kept secret. I went through primary school pretty average, never standing out, never being noticed really, and nobody would have expected anything was wrong with me. In my first year of high school, my eating ballooned out of control and I had absolutely no confidence and hated myself. In my second year of high school, I met a friend called Courtney and she was experiencing anorexia. So that kind of triggered off an eating disorder, but not anorexia. Our behaviours would have bounced off each other. My mum then went to my doctors and basically says I needed help without telling me. Then I went to CAMS, which is the Child and Adolescent Mental Health Service. I got referred there by my doctors. And I seen an absolutely amazing, wonderful person there called Adele. And she helped me understand a lot, but at this time I wasn't ready for recovery because I didn't actually think I had a problem such. Like, I knew there was something wrong, but I didn't think it was a problem. So when I left there I was kind of like confused and I don't know, I just didn't feel ready to leave, even though I didn't find it that beneficial at that point in my life. So when I left, I delved into depression, self-harm and distorted eating habits. After about 2 years or a year or something like that, I got triggered by work placement. So that kind of triggered me into getting help, which at the time I absolutely hated, but that trigger was so needed for me to get my life back into control. I was then referred back to CAMS and I went back to seeing Adele, and this time I was ready. I want it to change, and I want to help. And I would absolutely love to say I did it all on my own, but I didn't. I made it to 700 days self-harm free. And although I don't see Adele anymore, because I'm now 20 and I've left, because you have to leave at 18, I know she's helping me. And like, although I don't see her anymore, I still know she's there. And I keep all my wee records of the book that I've kept, and just looking over them is really helpful. Through Adele, she encouraged me to have counselling. And with counselling, I learned that it was okay to talk about things that I didn't have to solve everything on my own, and that sometimes things were just out of my control. My experience of recovering from mental health problems have taught me so much about myself and everybody around me. I've learned that I am so much more able to do things than I thought I was. And I know that I can pretty much, if I want to, I can put my mind to anything and do it. I'm not saying that recovery is easy, and I'll be the first to tell you it's far from easy, but it is worth every single tear, setback and fear I've had to face. And although it's very difficult, the most difficult step is asking for help and letting somebody in, but it is honestly the best thing I have ever done in my life. I hope this video has been helpful to at least one person, because that is the purpose of this, to raise awareness and let people know that they are not alone. If you would like to talk to me on my own personal channel, or look at self-harm support, which is where I do other videos, I'll put the links below. And happy it's not self-injury awareness month. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month, and I hope you're doing something to raise awareness. Bye.